So Pedro's been sacked. So Pedro was a great guy, we all know it, but he just didn't have what it takes to manage Rangers, unfortunately, and that now leaves Rangers, the Rangers board and the Rangers fans with a question, and that's who's next? Who's gonna take the club forward, or who's gonna stabilise it? Now I think that the best option is still put Graham Murty in charge for a few weeks and let the board or the director of football look for a manager that can do it. I've seen a lot of prominent Rangers fans talk about a statement manager, much like Celtic did with Brendan Rodgers, and that worked out fantastic for them, but there is still the risk with us, because we seem to be the bad luck club at the moment, that we might end up in the situation we are in now in a few months' time, because the statement manager has backfired and now we've got another manager on a long-term contract who's got massive wages and we can't afford to pay him off. So I'm a bit iffy about that one. I would accept it. I mean, I have to be optimistic and think that it's going to go well at least. But look how far optimism has got us now. There's a few people in the running right now. People are saying there's ridiculous names like Kenny Miller. And if you think Kenny Miller would be a good manager, especially in such an unstable time for Rangers, go away. Like, people are saying Barry Ferguson too. Barry Ferguson would be just as bad an option. We need somebody who knows how to get the best out of players, who's proven that they know how to get the best out of players, preferably in the UK, preferably in a physical league, because although we like to complain about refs, the league here is much too physical. So somebody who knows how to play in a physical league and win it, maybe that would be a good bit of experience. Someone who's maybe won a league before. I don't think Alex McLeish is the best option, because the thing I remember about Alex McLeish is finishing third behind Hearts, which was absolutely awful to watch, and we ended up in the Europa League watching Hearts in the Champions League. I don't want a manager who's able to finish third with such a good team. What's he going to do with this team? This team isn't the best team ever. Our team back then wasn't the best team ever, but it was sure as hell better than this. I mean, now also for the weekend we've got Ryan Jack out. Bruno Alves has lost his appeal, I believe, so we are... Dorrance is probably going to be injured for it too, so we're basically going to be playing a second team against Hearts, and whoever comes in, I hope that they come in with optimism, and I hope that the fans don't get on whoever caretakes for the Hearts match, because that's just us walking into a loss at this point. I mean, you have to be optimistic, but at the same time you have to be realistic and see that we've got very little chance. I mean, I've seen Rangers fans saying I would take a draw against Hearts, which should never be the case, but right now, who can blame them, and who can honestly say that we can win this? I mean, Pedro Caixinha gets sacked, and I believe he should have been sacked a long time ago, but I was one of the ones clinging on to, so I suppose I can't blame too much. But every game Pedro went into, I wasn't optimistic that we'd win, and that's a bad sign. When Rangers in Scotland walk into a game and we don't know if we're going to win or not, God, ugh. I just hope that this time the board make the right decision, and unfortunately I don't know the right decision. I'm just throwing out problems without solutions, which I'm wired not to do, but it's the only thing I can do at this point. I hope that they make the right choice. I hope that they get someone who's competent at getting the best out of players, and someone who's actually proven to manage, because if you look at Pedro's history, I mean, when Pedro was appointed manager, who here knew who he was? Who knew who this guy managing in the Qatari League, who wasn't even best in the Qatar League, who knew of him, really? We need somebody that we know of. If there's a name that we know of, I think I'll be confident that we're in safe hands. And that's a bad state of affairs for Rangers right now. We don't have a manager, and our players just don't look bothered. They look extremely unfit. I don't know if anybody else noticed that. They looked so unfit, and they looked so tired after the 60th or so minute in the Kilmarnock game, and I was kind of worried that Chris Boyd would end up beating us for pace again. Thankfully he didn't, but unthankfully they scored, and what can you do? So anyway, that's the end of this video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you want to talk to me or have a discussion about it, drop a comment, and I'll see you later.